Hey Adam, thank you for the following. Hello, let's see. Boom, here we are. Okay, it's gonna be a simple day today. Welcome everybody, all three of you. We're gonna work on continue work on this on the town to make it network enabled. So when you move things around, it actually shows up on the other players' games too. Because right now, if you move the piano, for instance, it won't work. Or a shelf or whatever. But we're gonna fix that. Can we get some? Let's try with. Let's start out with a little more upbeat stuff. Maybe. Anyway, let's go. How to play Fireworks Mania? Just why? How to play it? You get it from Steam, and yeah, then you press play, and then you play. Oh, cool. Keygen. So I was actually working on. Let's see here. So I was working on the house here, and I did all this stuff in here, as I remember. No, I didn't, because this one I didn't fix. Okay, so let's make this moddable. So we go in here, and I made some tools to help myself make this work, because it's extra hard when you have stuff in the game already that you wanna network enable. It's easier if you have a prefab that already have a network object, and then you drag it into a scene, then it not just works, but kind of works. Where I have to do this, where I need to add these to the actual prefab, and then I have to right click and refresh in scene. You can see it here. So refresh in scene prefab instance, and it does some magic to make it work. But then as an extra thing, in my game, I have to go into the map definition and right click up here. So it's being added to the list over here. And then sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I haven't completely figured out why, but let's try. Keldos are multiple accounts. Now I have to write a count. Just pressing the first link. Okay, that music is too dark. So let's try this. Boom, boom, boom. We take the town, and let's see if that table in the living room is now network enabled, meaning the client can see it when the host is moving it around. So let's try here. Whoops. We can quickly go over here with the host. Stay here. And then we need to get in here. I just want to test that it's working, and if it's working, I'm gonna take a little more next time. Can test each individual item, because that will take too long. So let's see here. We will now quickly see if it works or not. Because if it was not working, there would be a bunch of errors here where it was saying, well, I tried to spawn this item, but I can't. But it didn't, so it is working. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Yeah, if you got no money, you can. Fireworks is free. It's not Fireworks Mania, it's another game, but it's also a game about fireworks, and that one is free. So let's see. Oh yes. So you see it's been synchronized. So when I'm moving it here on the client, it's also moving on the host to the left. So that is a synchronized thing. This is not synchronized. So you can see here, I'm placing it on the table, but only I am seeing this. The host over here is not seeing it. For him, the controller is down here. Oops. So yeah, that music was too crazy. Let's go with this one. I don't know if I should. The thing is, the more stuff I network enable, the more stuff it have to synchronize, and the more traffic and the more lag we will see. So I'm in doubt if I should network enable these small things here, because does it really matter if this is, you know, but it does matter for that single time when someone is taking this bottle and putting it on a table and making some joke to this guy, and this guy can't see it. So it's like, what? But yeah, I don't know. I'll start out with the bigger things. So that this looks like it's very easy to network enable it. It's only this easy because I spent a lot of time figuring out how to get this to work and add some methods to help me, etc. And this one was easy because apparently this one, and I really have to check this too here, because this one is locally only here, and it's not a child of another network enabled prefab, because then it wouldn't work and I would have to take this out. But you will see that when I most likely get to one that have that issue. And this one is network, yes. This one is not. So let's take the television here and let's right click at these, right click, boom, components. No problem, Konako. I have no problem with people playing fireworks. So it's fine. So just why you can go and get that for free and see if it's something for you, and then save up for Fireworks Mania maybe. So we have this thing here too. So we do like this. So this is a method I created that do some checks and add the network add the network object, the client network transform, and if there is a rigid body, also a client network rigid body. And then this method is not something I've done. That's something that Unity have done. Which low poly pack do you use for the first small city map? The very first map with the church. That is the one I'm in here. And I can actually, you can see going out. Yeah, okay. It is actually this one. I just hide a lot of stuff because I don't want to see it in the editor here to save on the graphics. But it is really this map, and the church is over here. So what pack is it? I will show you in a moment, because you most likely have seen it in a lot of other games. It's some company called Cindy Studios, which make, and you will most likely recognize it from a lot of games. I think it's called Town 2. Yes, this one. So this is the pack. You can see here. So this is their trailer video for that pack. And a bunch of, and as you can see, I've been kind of lazy. This is where we just were before, and just reused the demo map with only a few moderations. I removed some of these big trucks and I've removed some stuff. And so where I spend my time is making things destructible, for instance, and of course on all the other stuff, making the game works with fireworks, mods, and all that stuff, multiplayer. But I didn't design this town, put the houses where they supposed to be and stuff like that. But with that said, it could be that I make another town with the same assets but arranged in another way, so we maybe have more houses that you can go into or something like that. So yeah, and these have tons of packs. I have almost all of them. So I think yeah. And I plan on making, you know, maps with all of these packs. The latest one I just got was the Kingdom one, I think, because it was on sale, so I just got that. So I don't know how firework it is, but yeah. I would like to do some themed maps, to be honest, you know, where you could unlock and find fireworks that was in this style. So, you know, this would be a medieval stuff. So all the fireworks that you unlock and find in this map is all themed for this medieval stuff. The other one is a town, so that's town thing, city thing, and there's also some Viking stuff, and they have some futuristic stuff. It could be fun for future content, but right now I'm just making multiplayer work. So it's not right now. But this is the pack. Yeah, and they have, like, I don't know, they have a lot of packs. I also have the Carnival pack. They have a, but it's sadly a, just need to show you this one. Sadly, they made it as a, this one, Horror Carnival, but they say that you can change it to be more kind of a more happy one. Okay, they actually made the trailer so it is a little more happy. Okay, they changed it maybe because people were complaining about it being too horror, because it's fine for horror, but it could be very nice to use for a not horror themed thing. A Horror Carnival pack wouldn't fit to my game, I think, like this clown thing and all that. But you know, a Carnival Tivoli thingy, theme park, could very well work in the game. But yeah. Anyway, and I also have a tons of characters in here we can use. So yeah, we are not running out of stuff anytime soon. Anyway, did I do this? I can't remember, so I'm gonna do it again. I'm not, but I'm gonna do this, and here, and here. And what this method does, as far as I can understand on netcode, is that it finds this prefab in all the maps that is registered in all the scenes in the game, and then update the global prefab hash ID or something like that, which should make it work network wise. But I only have to do this because my setup is a little more complicated than the standard one, because I'm loading in maps dynamically, so I can't do a lot of stuff where I can use the built-in stuff. Anyway, so these things have been fixed. I remember these have been fixed. Oh, do we really need? Okay, let's just do it. Let's take everything and then let's see. Maybe I have to, if it becomes too much, we have to, yeah, do something. So this stream is basically being me going through all of these things, then test out the maps from time to time, being angry because it's not working, and then complain about why it can't tell me which one is not working. But yeah, I've made my own little helper things to help identify, but you will see when it's not working, because we will run into that for sure. But now I have a little more experience with it, so now I have a better idea about why things are going bad and why it's not working, at least most of the time. So that was this one, and we take this one. I could imagine this one would be many places. Okay, just before we get too far, let's just make sure that we test this. So I need to go in here, and you can see over here that it currently have 88 objects that are network enabled prefabs. And now I'm gonna click here and populate this one, and now we have 95. So now I should be able to say, I don't know if it's needed, but I save it all the time because sometimes it seems to help. Oh yeah, this is mainly to, I don't know, the regular viewers, but I also, not yesterday, but the day before, I think, made a little script thing. So now I can just hit play on any scene and then it will load up the main menu. Because it was kind of annoying that I had to go back to the main menu all the time because the game can only be start via the main menu and then create and stuff like that. Else it won't create. Oh, by the way, another thing, Kelton, I don't know if you're still here. I actually updated the town map now, so there is 6 different start locations. You can see now I started a little further to the side. It was just a test to see if, because sometimes you can spawn on top of each other and then he starts moving due to some physics bugging thing. Not bug, but because you're stuck in the other player. Let's see if we don't get any errors over here to the right, then we are good. Okay. Okay, interesting. So I think it's working. Let's make it full screen so you can see what's going on. Oh yeah, and another thing, let's try and turn this up a bit. I changed the footstep sound. So there's this asphalt sound. And then there should be some grass sound over here. We get to. And then when we get inside, there should be a wooden thing, but I'm not super happy with that in the house sound, so. So yeah, just a second. Okay. So yeah, let's turn it down a bit again. So yeah, footstep sounds also fixed or updated. It's actually something I made a long time ago, but I didn't have any maps to put it in. Before I started going back and fixing town here, or town, sorry. So television, yes, works. This one, Xbox, yes. VCR, yes. Table, yes. Bottle, yes. Controller, yes. Remote control, yes. This one, yes. Pillow, oops, yep. This one, yep. And this one, yes. Perfect. Sadly, the physics is not working super well when you are the client due to the way it's working. So you can see this guy have a hard time dragging things into other stuff. Where on this one, because I'm the host over here to the left, I can easier do stuff like this. But it's some technical thing. The benefit of having it work this way is that it reacts more fast on the client. Anyway, this one should also be, yes, this is also good. I can't pull that one, nope. That is not actually synced yet. And there's something here that is not synced either, nope. But yeah. Yeah. Let's see, what about this one? I don't think that is synchronized. I think actually I will. Yeah, so you can see this is not synchronized. So let's go out here. But it works so far. So let's just check this in because it was actually working. On making props because I think actually it makes sense to go over to the town over here, or to the store over here, because these are not network enabled right now, and this is a place people actually spend some time. Let me do like this. So we have this one, And it's in the container interior, yeah, so that's fine. Let's network enable this one. Hello Racing Man. Hello Hardstyle. Could add the network component to all prefabs in the pack. No, it would be faster. No. Because you have to take one at a time. Because if I did that, Konako, the problem is that if an prefab is under another prefab with a network object, then it won't work and you won't get any good errors. So if I changed everything at once, I would get tons of errors and no pointers to where the problem was. So it's not actually that easy. And also, I can show you another thing. For instance, the trash cans, they consist, these ones, I need to fix, not these ones, but the ones in this town over here, they have a lid on it that is another object, and then they have the actual trash can. And I cannot have these two, I think, in the same. We can do a test, but I think you will see why it's not working, and I need to redo stuff. You can also see how the store here is now structured. I need to have a container that is zeroed out because it have to be in 0, 0, 0 because else things are spawning wrong. Yeah, it's a nightmare. So that's why I'm taking one at a time. Because else it's just exploding with errors. Yeah, the fan animation might only, yeah, I can't remember. I think it's turning on and off when you're switching on and off the light switch, but that is not synchronized. Not the spinning and not turning on and off. See, this is why I was hiding everything except for this one. Then it runs more smooth. Okay, so this one is, oh, so that's not even, okay, so now we already have the first problem. These are not a prefab. And this is really weird made because they have the same parent. Oh my god. See, this is where the problems are. Okay, I think I'll do it some other way in a moment. Okay, anyway, so these should all be network enabled. Yes, this one, it's not, so let's do that one. Oh, did I do this? Just to be sure. Forgetting one of these steps and it breaks. Hello Amnesty, by the way. Something that would be super cool to have. Fireworks can make craters in soil. Yeah, but it could be possible, but yeah, of course it's possible. But and it's the crater should be. I can't really dig down in there. I can make a hole, but I could make kind of a, just as I do with that when the house explodes, there is this kind of dirt pile. But what I would like to do, and that's something, as we talked about Konako in the chat before about URP, they have a pretty performance, as I remember. What's it called? Decal. So I think with that I could make some kind of, so when something explodes next to something, I could paint a decal, black thing. So like, when something explodes next to another thing, it becomes this dark black burnt thing without actually going into fire. But that requires me to upgrade the render pipeline, blah, 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 blah. And I could maybe find something for this, but I'm not going to do it because URP have it. So when and if I get to URP at some point, I can do that. Not sure if you saw my suggestion, but can you add a no ground shell option? I thought I didn't add it yet. The thing, and you and Keltosar went off with tons of different settings. So I see the point, but that thing about grounds, I can of course do it, but it becomes very specific. But maybe that's fair enough. Maybe that's fair enough. And there was this other suggestion thing about somebody wanting, as you also said, Keltosar, as we had in the other one, where wanted a setting to not have, so you could limit how much stuff a player could have lit at once. And I see the point, but it's kind of hard to make work and how to communicate. But anyway, I need to at some point better keep track of. I already have that. I already keep track of who spawned what. Yeah, I don't know. It might be possible. Like make it so they have to be spawned into a tube. Yeah, I know. I understand. Yeah, you just want the shell to only be spawned in a tube. But that setting also requires some kind of, communication to users. Oh, why can't I spawn? Oh, you can't spawn because blah, blah, blah. But maybe at first I could just use the notification thing in the corner, because that is the easiest way for me to just communicate things to people. You can't do this, or you can't do that, or whatever. Table 2. Let's see here. But let me add it as a suggestion here. Setting. Shells only allowed to be spawned in mortars. To avoid players from spamming shells on the ground. Yeah. At least it's added now to the list. Then let's take a look at some point. It's not something I'm gonna do right now, let me see. Yes, I understand, Ganako. I saw your pictures from your Breaking Bad RP stuff. So this one also have to. So this is a special one. Okay. What's your question, Hardstyle? When you right click on items as a host, do they get logged for everyone or just the host? It gets logged for everyone. Yeah, we also need some communication about what actually works there, and there's tons of settings. I would also like to make a feature so you could do some, as a host, you could do some kind of setting so you could decide who can spawn stuff, because that would make sense if you have kind of a show you want to show people, so only you and maybe one other can spawn stuff, where everybody else is just looking, because by doing that we can also have much more people in a game if the majority is just looking at the fireworks. Just as we saw in Gonako's little 10k sub special thing, I think we were like 40 people or something like that in there, but nobody could spawn anything. We were just looking at the stage. So that could be fun for maybe also for a streamer or something like that. You could kind of invite people in and have maybe 50 people in a game, because if 49 of them is just looking at the fireworks, it might be okay. I remember if I click this button, oops. Okay, let's see how much we messed up by doing this. So I think most of the things except the trash cans are fixed in here. Maybe. Yep. Boxes. Yes. Okay, except for the trash cans. Let's see. So we kind of saves here and we go to this one. Again, I have to test it from time to time, because else it's just exploding with errors and nobody knows what's going on. So let's try this. yeah, that's a problem, Hardstyle, that you couldn't lock Tim, but people could spawn it. That's because you don't have it, and yeah, so that is also kind of a challenge or a thing I discovered, and we have to solve that in some way. The host might need to be able to see everything or something like that, of course. But it is actually weird that you can that people can spawn it, because if you don't have it, it's your machine spawning it. So maybe there's some logic that I'm bypassing there that I shouldn't, because really you shouldn't be able to spawn it. But that check might be placed somewhere else, because maybe I could just I could basically avoid it like that if I just, yeah, maybe that's the solution. So you can only spawn what the host have access to. So if the host have an unlocked Carson, you can spawn it even though you have unlocked it. But yeah, I don't know. You know, it's all these. The devil is in the details, and this is all the stuff that takes tons of time to figure out and do right. Okay, it just works. Perfect. That's a first. So let's run over here. These maps feels a little big with the new run speed, because this character thing runs much slower than it did in the single player version. Okay, let's see here. So we should now be able to remove this and move this, and this. And you should be able to see this. Go to the, yep. So you see now it's synchronized. You can take these out here. this one. So yes. And this one was also working, I guess. Nope. Ah, we forgot that one. Okay, we forgot that. You can see, again, the guy over here to the right can see it, but the host can't. So that was a mistake. Big mistake. This one is working. Okay, so that one doesn't work. Okay, but still, it works. So let's check that one in. So let's go over here. This one was missing. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, the host can spawn more than the limit. The host can also spawn locked stuff, as I remember. So yeah. Oh yeah, I could just change the run speed, of course. Oops. Come on. By the way, I don't know if you noticed it, but if you change the run speed, his animation is also running. It's going over to a sprint, actually. Just a little detail. Okay, so now we fixed this table, that's fine. What we need to fix now is the trash cans, because these are made weirdly. I apparently put in a rubbish bin here, and then I disabled the lid, and then I just copied the body, which is that thing here. So these are actually all under the same trash can. So if I move this trash can, everything would move, which is weird. But yeah, I became wiser. But let's try and fix the actual trash can. I need to move this. I don't know what is lagging so crazy. Try removing this and it's still super laggy. Something in the editor is rendering, so it's just running like crap. Anyway, so let's try something. Oops. So we have the trash can here, and if we select that, or the rubbish bin. So as you can see here, on this top level, it doesn't have anything. It only has the body and the lid. But okay, I could maybe do it here and then have these two. That could maybe work. Okay, let's try something. I'm not sure this will work. Because we don't need it on this one, because the actual root object won't move, only the children. So we need to go in here, and then we need to put on the body here. So we have here, but this one should not have this one, because this one, yes. And then the lid, it should not have, because it can only be one network object. So like that. And then we go out here, and then we take this one, and then we go here, and then we do this, crossing fingers. Yeah, I don't know why it's suddenly it started doing that. So maybe it's a Unity update thing. I don't know. Apparently there's something that it's rendering a lot of stuff apparently. Because if I take this off, it runs fine. So it's something with this in, so I can see these different yeah, colliders and stuff like that. So let's see now if it actually works. I don't, yeah, maybe. Okay, so let's see here. Just be sure. I'll click this one. And then we go up. I have to go soon because I need to prepare some dinner thing. So we added that, boom, and we saved that, and we saved the project, and we saved the scene, and we go over here, and we start it up, and we go over here and start the other one up. No, the green one in the house, that's a occlusion portal. And I actually did remove that. I don't know if you saw that, but I removed that, so it's not rendered, and it wasn't that. It used to be that, and then I removed it, it was fast again. But now in the latest Unity version, it doesn't work, so I don't know what it is. So let's see. The thing is, I won't see the potential issues until I join from the client. Oh, this is, okay. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Okay. No issues. Interesting. Ah, okay. Yeah, you see the problem. See. And that is because you see this one. That is because this prefab here is spawned with the position that it had in the scene. But it spawned from the origin of the 0.0.0 in the world on the client. But in the scene, apparently some of these are under another object. So it's kind of, you know, offset. I don't know if that makes sense at all, but you will see in a moment, because we were actually looking at this one down here, so we can find that in a moment and then see. Yeah, see, I can't do anything here. Ah, okay, that's because there's many, they're all spawned here. Ah, but it do actually work, except that they are on top of each other, and that's of course a problem, and you can see the physics just going no, but this is actually working. Okay. Okay, let's see. I think I know how we can fix that. So if we take this one, that is weird. Why is that not working? Because that is located under this one, which is 0, 0, so that should be fine. Ah, yeah, okay, I know. No. Ah, okay, so these... Okay, so this one is actually located there, but these are set in world position, so they are spawned at 0.0.0 and 0.0 point something, but it should be spawned here. Okay. I don't know if I'm making sense at all, but I think what we need to do is we need to go in here and then set this to local space, because, you know, I have no idea if this is working, but let's see. And we better go and select it again and do this little trick. But I'm not sure this is the right way to solve this. I'm not sure this will work, but if it won't work, I will just remove the lid and then just have the trash cans be without a lid. We can live with that. Hello, Lucas, player. Yeah, hardstyle. Are you still experiencing that in the latest version? Because this is a... if it's, are you still experiencing this hardstyle? Because that what you are explaining there, where the low FPS stick with you all the way to the menu and you have to restart the game to get away from it. I think that used to be kind of a Unity issue, but I think they fixed it. Whereas the low FPS in game going down is most likely a me problem. Something I messed up. But this could also be it. So do you know what you are doing, Hardstyle, to get this? Because you're not the first with this problem. But it seems random. But it's of course not random, but it seems random. So I need to figure out what people are doing to make this happen. Okay, it might work then. It did actually work. These lids over here, they are suffering. They're just left over from the ones over in this shop, I think. I think these lids are really from over there. But that's fixable. We can make, I can just make another one without a lid and then have that prefab. Smart me. Let's just quickly test if, let's also, just for the sake of it, change this to 5 so we can see his little running thing. Anyway, okay, so you can see it's synchronized now. They are actually seeing it the same places. So one little thing I could test before moving on. Okay, there is something here. What is that? See, that's not good. Ah. Oh, maybe that's over here. Ah, okay. Yeah, okay, it's these. Okay, it's these one that is causing these errors, but that's no problem. We'll fix that. I know how to fix that. Okay, let's do that first. Okay, so it seems like it's working, so that's fine. Let me just, I'll get back to the chat. I just need to concentrate around this, not to mess it up. So let's take this rubbish bin and then we copy that one and then we make it no lid version. And then we do like this and then we destroy the lid. And then we just have this. And then we could actually move that up, but it's, yeah, that's fine. It's okay. So we do like that, and then we say right click, and we do like this. And then we just replace all these these fake trash cans we have in here. So let's figure out where they are. They are here. So that's this one, and then we make that as the default parent. Okay, so let's just, so we delete this one and this one, which were everything apparently, and this one. I can't exactly remember where they were, but we'll figure it out. So we just put two here, here, one here. And there was one over, something like that. So this should work. Oh, we also had one over here. Something like that. So now we have one prefab without a lid. This one, and then we have the other one with a lid. Could also have made a prefab variant maybe. That would maybe have been smarter, but anyway. Okay, so let's save things again and let's give it a try. Now we go here and we go here, and then we shouldn't get any 5. Yes, okay. It's just after people have been spawning on fireworks, if it go down and then I have to restart. Yeah. The question, I don't know if it's and you are hosting with a lot of mods, right? So you have a lot of modded fireworks. I don't know if it's anything with a modded firework. But could you maybe next time Hardstyle, when you try and not take any mods in, just take the town with default fireworks. I know it's a little boring, but then just try and use that for a while and then see if it happens again. Because I haven't been able to reproduce this issue. However, there were one guy saying a specific firework that he spawned and then he got low FPS, but got a serious headache. Yeah, actually, I can sometimes, if you have a lot of flashing, for instance, Super Drizzle's cakes have a lot of flashing going on, and if there's a lot of them, my head becomes like, whoa, totally dizzy and stuff like that with all that flashing thing. But as it says in the beginning, be aware of flashing lights, so you knew what you got into. But yeah, try and host a game only with default fireworks and see if it happens there. But anyway, what I was about to say was that there was another guy saying that this specific firework was causing issues. And then we tried it in a game, as I remember, Keltus, I think you were there, maybe Gonago too, in the destruction map maybe. But we didn't get the problem. So I don't know if it could maybe be a some kind of graphics driver kind of thing. But yeah, I think somehow it's either Unity thing or a me thing, to be honest. I just haven't been able to recreate it, so it's very hard to troubleshoot. Okay, so now we can see this is working. Yes, and we have over here, we can take this one. Whoops. Maybe with this guys could do it. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Whoops. Nice. Okay. And what about these? Yep. Okay, perfect. So we can see kind of the multiplayer experience becomes better when you can actually see things moving around, which is kind of obvious, but it takes a while to do. I just want to try and destroy a lot of stuff and see what happens. I want to see here, because now we have a lot more stuff moving around. So I want to see how that looks. And hope we didn't have any issues. Nope, we didn't. And let's do it on the host because he can do it much faster. So I'm interested to see how the traffic is is going up, and yeah, if it lags too much and all that stuff. Because now again it has to communicate all these things in here to players. So shell is massively and bring my field all the way down. So now I only use these mods. Okay. Yeah, I think the Guanaco thing was a dedicated server issue, specifically some Linux specific stuff. But there are a bunch of people having that. But I played yesterday. I played like for an hour, and I think was it Racing Man was there? I think. I just played randomly on a server, and we were like 8 people, and people were firing off all sorts of stuff, and I think I was on that for 45 minutes or something like that, and my FPS was, well, of course it went down when a lot of stuff was going on, but it went back up, and the host didn't complain either, and he was actually hosting from United States, so that's on the other side of the world for me, and it was running fine. It's all fine. So okay, so quick peek to 1 megabytes per second. I don't know why the client is. Why is the client so laggy? Of course, remember I'm running 2 instances of Unity. I'm recording. I have, recording on OBS, streaming on OBS, and recording and camera and all that. So everything is always running, with lower FPS and stuff like that. In this scenario, but network traffic wise, it should be okay. Okay, it's simply because the client is behind. Where's everybody? Oh. Damn it. Let's try and stay up here with this guy, and then let's go over here. Remember, all of these things needs to be synchronized. So actually we should, in the big house here, usually there's a lot of stuff hanging in the air because it was not synchronized, so it would just be hanging. But now it should actually be placed correctly. But let's quickly go with the church and see that work too. The barrel thing of the castle? Oh yeah, it's you find it in the range map. And I'm not saying anything more. But I can say that you need to be a little destructive to find it. Let's see. So let's see here. Now we should see things synchronize on the client too. Yeah, that was okay. yeah. Right now you have to unlock it so you can log it. Yes, in the server I was on yesterday, host yesterday, I played with. He was called Lily or Lil something. He couldn't log it, locked him because he didn't find it. Then I showed him where to find it, and then he unlocked it so he could log it. Okay. Okay, so that worked okay. Let's check quickly on the house over here. You see some of it is still hanging there, but that's the stuff we haven't network enabled. like the kitchen things and these and these. So they are all stuck here because they're not network enabled. But all the other stuff should be. This one is not, apparently. This one is not. But we can see that the sofa and all that is gone. So it's somewhere. Okay. Okay. But anyway, the rubbish bins worked. That's good. Even though they are still standing here, but it works. So that's cool. That's cool. Okay. 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 But I think that will be it for now. Because I have to go. Just add that. Boom. Boom. Yeah. And this is how I make everything network enabled in the game. One little thing at a time. Adding network objects, transforms, make sure it doesn't stay under another prefab that is network enabled. Yada yada yada. Test it, see it fly around. Yeah, just chilling with that. So yeah, dinner time. Oh, need to make dinner time. Oh, Hardstyle, you are from Denmark too, right? I think it wasn't you from Denmark. I remember in the Discord. I think you were the Børsen guy, right? No. Børsen security guy. Oh, okay. So I guess you are working at night because it's almost 6 o'clock in the afternoon, in the evening. Yeah, but anyway. So this is how I'm gonna continue for the next few days until I have everything working in the almost as much as I can do right now, at least in the town. And then I have to move on to the city and the range. But now I have things in place too, so now I know how to do it. So I think the other maps will be a little quicker because I have some scripts I can do. Work nights only. Okay. Money, yeah, that's right. And then you are off during the day, so you can buy groceries when everybody else is at work. Okay, but anyway, see you guys. Talk to you in the next one. And thank you for stopping by. See you. Bye.